ready to roll back into form.
It's India versus South Africa.
Can they stop the fiery Proteas in their tracks? IGFC First Bank India versus South Africa. First ODI, 30th November.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Vimal Elaichi.
Yeah, good turnout. It's a holiday, 2 matches, so you can expect a full house at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground. The selfies will be out and the smiles as well. Meanwhile, work to do for the Lions. Needs to be careful here. Both the batters, their arm delivery is very deceptive. They've been sharp in the field, the Yaks.
Big jump, and I think he collapses a little bit at the crease. He bowls the ball from quite low down. I think if you can get, you've got to go over that front leg, over his right leg. His right leg just collapses a little rather than being braced, and that spinner goes over the top of it, and that allows that ball. Remember, I spoke to you about how that ball rolls off a table. That's what you want. You want to get the ball to go up and then quickly down, and that deceives the batter.
The loop and the dip, that's what you're talking about. At the moment, even if they go at 9 and over, max of 140 is what they'll touch. They have 6 wickets in hand. Lovely hit over the bowler's head, down the ground, out of the ground as well. That's a decisive blow from the batter, Rohit. He's the leading run getter in NPL across first and second for a Nepali player right now.
He's a very fine player, and this is a very good shot. Just slightly over-pitched. And that's that length that we've been speaking about so often. You can't afford to be full. The ball doesn't turn from that full.
Half-hearted appeal, yes, no, once again a bit of confusion in that calling. Rohit, his best is 95 in season 1. Was there some glove on that? Sometimes I get the impression Rohit's playing the role of Binod Bhandari, but Binod has support. Do the Lions have support like that?
Yeah, they do, but they just haven't had it here today. But I think what Rohit's plan here is to take as deep as he can, maybe to over 15, and then say, okay, I'll now try and accelerate a little bit more, because the last thing you want is to get bowled out. I'm just speaking from a personal perspective, as I think he can take his game to the next level. 13 gone, 75 for 4.
Proteas won the first test to remind everyone why they are the world test champions.
South Africa 1-0.
But India is ready to level the series and prove why it is the gun team. IGFC First Bank, India versus South Africa, second test.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Vimal Elaichi.
Put into bat the Lions 75 for 4. And not been able to unleash the shots they would have liked to. This is high. Fielders converging. Jersey number 13, Pansaraf puts it down. He had to cover a lot of ground. Rohit survives, and a roar in the crowd.
Well, this was a little out of character, wasn't it? Came out of nowhere, played a great shot the previous over, but this is not full enough. And it catches the toe end of the bat. Bowdle survives. That should have been caught. Should have been caught. Once you get there, once these professional cricketers get to the ball, they expect to hang on to it.
I like Yuvraj Khatri's imagination heart while bowling here.
He's looking to go over the mid wicket there. And the ball just gets away from him. Rohit Paudel.
Rohit Paudel in T20s in 2025 has been out to leg spinners on 4 occasions in 9 innings. Do these stats play on the back of your mind as moments and instances, HT?
Maybe, but I think what they do is they show a red flag on the opposition statistician. The opposition statistician will look at that, bring it to the attention of the coach and the captain, and that's why you see what they call these matchups.
Wilkerson stole. He'll not drop many. He's been brilliant today. And the ball's following him, and he's doing a top job of it. Spinners are ruling the roost. Vipin Sharma sometime back. Yuvraj Khatri, now the Yaks right on top of the game.
Not that you pick fielders to hit the ball to, but if you are, this is not the one to do it to. He caught an absolute specky earlier on. This one a little easier. Not easy, just a little easier than his earlier catch. But a lovely bit of bowling again by Yuvraj. He's been very impressive as Sumit goes for 4. It's 78 for 5. You've used that word brave before, Mikel, where they've tried to spin the cricket ball.
You've got to be unafraid in the T20 format. They say, don't get scared of being hit for sixes because that also presents an opportunity. What an over from Khatri. 4 runs and the wicket 79 for 5.
साउथ अफ्रीका यानी भर भर के पावर हिटर्स हो गया हम भी बढ़ाएंगे अपना बैटिंग पावर विद स्मार्ट बैट
अरे फेंको ये बैट स्काई बॉल है ना
स्काई बॉल
टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल फियरलेस बैटिंग फुल हिटिंग
स्काई बॉल चलेगा सबका पैर बचेगा IGFC First Bank India versus South Africa First T20I 9th December at 6 p.m.
Now on the high, the Karnali Yaks, the spinners doing a fabulous job from both ends. JJ Smith has a strike rate of 166 in 2025 with the bat. He's the man to have for this moment.
He's a very fine striker of the ball, JJ. But normally he just likes to give himself 3 or 4 balls to have a look. But very strong all the way from mid-off, maybe even extra cover, all the way to deep mid-wicket. If you get it up full to him, he'll hit you back over your head.
This is exactly what you were talking about with Rohit Paudel operating. Just the nudges and the deft touches as well. Great outing here for the spinners. I'm just liking the look of Karnali Yaks. How quickly things change about the perception about a team, right? Match after match, HT. Just trying to create some room and space over here. Oh wow, this is the HP Petroleum commentary box. NPL Season 2, yours truly with the great man, HT Ackerman in Ataka Topis. We are loving it. We feel so Nepali over here. HT, looking really nice on you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I just want the traditional Momo here in the commentary box, and then I will feel Nepali. I'm half there.
We'll do that right away. Yeah, he's just trying to break the shackles here, Rohit Paudel.
Lovely, Babu.
I just wonder what's the good score. Does the score keep changing in your mind as you see the wickets fall and surface playing the way it is?
Yeah, it constantly changes. I think the goals are constantly changing. That's what he's capable of doing. He's a big fella. He bowls a left arm spin. But I tell you what, he can wield a willow as well, JJ Smith. He's no mug with the cricket bat.
And sometimes you just wonder when you're bowling so well with those slow turners, why would you want to go for a quick armed ball and become so predictable as well? He's been trying that shot for a while. This time he had that extra bit of pace and width as Over this for the Lumbini Lions. JJ Smith will keep strike. 9 runs coming off at 88 for 5.
These stalwarts, these pillars.
Get ready! I'm a king, but I bop to my saint. You call me a bad man, that's a fucking good thing. Then and what I do now, a whole lot worse. Heavy is the head, it's a blessing and a curse.
Buckle down for bigger challenges ahead.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Bimal Elaichi.
Critical partnership, this one. The Lions need a big final 5. They've got the perfect 2 men to do it. The consistency and quality of Rohit Patel. The fireworks of JJ Smith, although he's not picked that googly there. Nicely bowled by the teenager. Not even 17 yet, I don't believe. Yuvraj Singh Khatri. Good googly, this one. This is why Stuart Law's head was turned by the young wrist spinner back in May during those inter-squad games building up to the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2 tour of Scotland. I think it's a matter of if, not when, he plays for Nepal. Very talented youngster. Delighted to have Fazal come and join me. Fazal, the Lions haven't had much go their way, but if they have a big final 5, 140 could be a total that they can defend.
Well, 9 from here will get 131, Andrew. So they'll need to really bat out of their skins to get anything close to that 145, 150. And I think 150, despite the kind of pitch that it is under par. Karnali Yaks will consider themselves having done a really good job, winning the toss, electing to field first. This young kid is really impressed all here.
Nicely played. Worked behind square on the leg side, gets to the rope. JJ Smith. It's not an area he usually goes to. It's almost always down the ground with the broad, powerful shoulders that he has. But he's manipulated that nicely, gets an important boundary.
Well, this shows us that he's got that in his repertoire as well. It's that loose delivery. More importantly, you need to put it away, and he did. They need the boundary. They need to get on with it in these last 5 overs. Lumbini Lions. It's not a 94 for 5 pitch for sure.
Doesn't quite get it. Only pick up the single. Yeah, the reason I'm saying and speculating could 140 be enough, outside of Panchal, really nobody looked like they had any flow or touch with the bat for the Yaks. So much so the poor old Max O'Dowd actually has found himself left out. I suspect the Mark Watt experiment will be just for that one game. I can't see him up at number 3 again. I agree it would be under par, but I just wonder, can they get up to something they could defend? Powdle goes downtown. That'll help. 100 comes up in some style. Rohit Powdle only knows one way in this Nepal Premier League. That's to carry the load and to score runs. It's 101 for 5. Runs from that over, the second best of the innings thus far, and you just sense it might be the launching pad for a big final 4. I know there's skills of Nandan Yadav and Sampal Kami to come. They may well bowl the final 4 death overs. I think Powdle and Smith will enjoy the pace on the ball. It will be Kami now to bowl the 17th. They have so many bowling options, the Yaks. Pawan Saraf, who's generally picked as an off spinner when he plays the international team, yet to even bowl.
Perhaps you don't need him in this particular game, but I'm just bemused by the way the Lions have gone about this innings of theirs, Andrew. They didn't start really well. They tried to go hard in the first 6 overs, didn't work out for them, and then they were caught like deers in headlights, and suddenly they 101 for 5 must be really wondering what to do from here.
Really well bowled. This might be the knuckle ball, or definitely some kind of slower ball. I hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching from around the world. We know that the demand is such in the Valley that every game or close to it will be sold out, completely sold out today. So if you are at home, Dish Home Go is the official OTT streaming platform of the Nepal Premier League 2025. Every country in the world, apart from India, where you can watch the action on Fancode and Star Sports. Download and subscribe that Dish Home Go app now. Get involved and enjoy every ball of the Nepal Premier League.
Bang! Out the ground goes JJ Smith. Literally, Smith can hit.
Straight up his alley, wasn't it? Dug in shot, immediately latched onto that, citing the fact that he could pick up 6 runs for the team, which they so dearly need. There it is, just a little rock back, and he put it away in style. That's out of the ground. There it is once again, just rocking back. 1, 2, and that's out of the ground. Landed on the top tier, just off the roof of the ground. 181 he's striking with. Jonathan Smith. New balls, please, Andrew.
He's a massive hitter, is Johannes Jonathan Smith, JJ as he's famously known. He made his first international century this year. That came down in Africa. 111 that was against Kenya. That's our Bajaj Pulsar. Precision strike just like JJ Smith's, clean and sharp. Pure next-gen Pulsar accuracy. Namibia were very impressive down in that T20 World Cup qualifier for the Africa region, coming through alongside the host Zimbabwe. Uganda it was that missed out this time. They didn't actually get through the groups despite qualifying last year. And the talk I hear is that in 3 days' time in Mumbai, we will hear the T20 World Cup groups announced. There's a few rumours about them online. Ignore those. The official announcement as to who Nepal will play is, oh dear, that's going to be 5 freebies. 150 is looming large, if not more, on the horizon. That's 11 runs from one legal delivery.
Well, they certainly need a big over here. They certainly started well, but very poor wicket keeping there. Need to get the body behind the ball as the second line of defense. Just letting that go through his legs won't impress the skipper. They have it under control, the Yaks. They don't want to let them get away here, the Lions.
Played into the offside, going to be a single. Powdle on 49. His consistency and his quality and his leadership for someone who's still such a young man. Remember last year when he captained that T20 World Cup, youngest captain in World Cup history. He's an extraordinary character.
Well, I'm really impressed with him amongst the others that I am. Rohit Paudel, the incumbent skipper of the Nepal side. He's leading the Lumbini Lions here as well. He's really calm under pressure. Just take a look at his face. A picture of concentration, composure. He's on 49 or 42.
Gone. Just looking to work the single to make it a third 50, and it's the trademark Zen celebration from Sampal Kami. We saw the Buddha-inspired bit of yoga that's come from Monty Desai, the former head coach. We saw that pulled out in Oman. It's now here at the Nepal Premier League. Big wicket.
Well, absolutely, and it's come at a very crucial juncture. Very disappointed is Rohit Paudel. He needed to end well, unfortunately. Going one short of that well-deserved 50, gone for 49 or 43. The Lions now in the 17th are 113 for 6.
Ruben Trumpelman. Now, this man, his batting has come on leaps and bounds over the course of the last 2 to 3 years. Actually started his career all the way down at number 10, number 11. He's found his way. Points batting as high as number 6 for Namibia. He hits a massive ball, a little bit limited, mainly down the ground towards long on. Can hit into the leg side too, just like that. And he starts with a boundary. This hasn't been the best over from Sampal Kami, despite the big wicket of Rohit Paudel.
His Trumpelman, nice little gift on his pads. Doesn't disappoint the Lumbini Lions fans out here. It is just a little tickle around the corner. No fielder there. Very easy pickings. One bounce and over the boundary cushions. Will make him feel really good. 10 runs and over from here will get them to 149. They so desperately need to get there.
Biggest over the innings, 17 runs come from it, and things trending in the right direction. Our second biggest over the innings, 118 for 6.
ए लड़की तेरा नाम क्या है पूछे वाले पूछे तो बता तेरी पहचान क्या है तेरा नाम बोलेगा तो फटेगा एक तूफान हिलेगी जमीन बचेगा घमासान
Ready to roar. Tata Women's Premier League coming soon on Jio Hotstar and Star Sports Network.
Great atmosphere, lots of Dakatopis on show, a show of national pride and unity. Now, whilst we were on break there, Mark Watt had taken his cap and his sunglasses off and given them to the umpire. He's only bowled 2 overs, he often bowls at the death for Scotland. And then he was rather unceremoniously given a tap on the shoulder. Out you go.
Well, I like the way you described that, unceremoniously. And he didn't look very happy about it. He just took his cap and went to short fine.
Kicking into the leg side, gets enough of it. This man hits a massive ball. He looks like Ivan Drago does Ruben Trumpelman, and he hits a bit like him too.
Just take a look at this. This is all muscle and timing as well. He just picked it up and deposited it over square leg for a huge hit. Huge hit there. Second 6 for him. Wonder why he didn't come out a little earlier, Andrew.
I think this is a misstep. Mark Watt has been under-bowled. He's been underutilised. Just 2 overs. It's the Yorker in, another poor piece of keeping. It has not been his day with the gloves at all. Really struggled as Arjun Gartry. 2 leg byes given away. Now, for those into their yoga, as we know Monty Desai is, Sampal Kami pulled this celebration out during that T20 World Cup qualifier, and he told us afterwards that it was a tribute to his former head coach. The lotus position, or the Padmasana. Have a look at this. Great scenes of joy.
A real Zen moment, isn't it? Amidst all the roars around, Zen in the middle of the grounds, player a miss outside their off stump, missed opportunity, another very lucky take from the wicket keeper.
Just doesn't look like he's getting enough behind it. I know it's tricky for Sampal Kami, firstly being a bowler that captains, but secondly, the scale of bowling options that he has. It's a bit like Rohit Paudel's juggling act he has to do for the national team. Just 2 overs from Mark Watt. They've only gone for 7, and there's 2 right-handers at the crease. He's been underutilised. That's wasted resource. Good skills, another off-cutter, and another mistake, a fumble from the keeper. It almost requires a different set of skills fielding those slower balls than your normal glove work.
Well, there'll be some kind of communication between bowler and wicketkeeper. So most teams, the wicketkeeper knows when the slow delivery is coming up, Andrew. So at this level, when you're playing the highest possible level in Nepal, T20 cricket, the wicketkeeper should know exactly what his frontline bowler is going to bowl and not keep guessing all the time.
Yeah, you can get a signal in when the batter's not looking. This time will be a wide. Do you think it will ever push towards the way baseball has gone, where it's actually the catcher who's making the signal as to what to bowl? Or do you think the bowler's always going to have that presence of mind and strength of what he wants to do?
Well, I think a few countries around the world, that's already started to happen. I see Rishabh Pant doing that. I saw Mahendra Singh Dhoni doing that. Just trying and just indicating to the bowler that perhaps he could use this line of attack or defense, as the case may be. So it's already begun there.
It's this nicely into the gap, but the fielder does very well. William Basisto. Great throw from the deep, forces Trumpelman and Smith to hurry. Good communication between the two Namibians. That was a fantastic catch earlier, wasn't it? Earlier on from Basisto, catch of the tournament probably.
Well, yes, absolutely. I mean, it was a real classic catch, and if there was an award for the best catch of the tournament, you could partly give it to Basisto right away. Good running between the wickets. It's a really interesting time now. Couple of overs after this, 130. They have to get that 150, Andrew.
We've seen a few crackers, haven't we? Powdles and Basisto. This goes off the top edge. Now deep backward square, nestles underneath it and holds on. That's a good catch from the youngster. Another teenager in the deep. Nandan Yadav, no big celebrations from him, but it's a big wicket as JJ Smith perishes, looking for a big hit into the leg side.
But the youngster, the leg spinner Yuvraj, under pressure. That was a Trumpelman. It was a steepler. Yuvraj Khatri, the leg spinner, taking a nice catch. Thank you very much, he says to the heavens. And I think he's done his job for the team. The big man will have to leave after a cameo of 23 or 14. The Lions now are 130 for 7.
After a tough setback, Team India are ready to roll back into form.
It's India versus South Africa.
Can they stop the fiery Proteas in their tracks? IGFC First Bank India versus South Africa. First ODI, 30th November.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Bimal Elaichi.
Here's the young man who's come through the talent hunt, the first to get their bow this season. Here's Mark Watts. I think somebody might have been listening to our commentary, pleading with Sampal Kami to get Mark Watt into the attack. He can't bowl his 4, but he will bowl 3. This is a very good catch held by the youngster, the teenager, out of deep backward square leg.
Well, yes, that was quite the steepler, and he would know that Trumpelman is the man there. I like the catch, but I must say,
Come on, Matt.
it's just that celebration needs to be contained a little bit. I see the kids here just getting a little carried away with that lovely bowling. That's exactly what you were trying to say. Just
Brilliant bowling, the arm ball. Don't think it was picked. And Dan Yadav does enough. Yeah, look, I fully agree. I understand the hype and the excitement about this league, and I want people to show joy, but I think this, to be honest, is okay. But maybe just throw it into the sky, not into the ground. Just some of the adrenaline getting carried away. I think this is out. It is, it's given. Outstanding from Mark Watts. And poor Samir Ali, nothing he can do. Trumpelman pumped it back towards the bowler, gets the dive in. Might have hurt him a little bit as well, but he's picked up an 8th wicket for his side.
just showing exactly how important a role he has to play in this side. Watt, not only does he keep it quiet, but a very athletic piece of fielding as well. It was really drilled down the ground. He was lucky that it got that pinky on the way, and Samir Ali was short. Umpire, no hesitation in giving that out. Unfortunately, Samir Ali, just the 1 run for him. The Lions now a little deep in trouble, 132 for 8.
unbelievable over, really, this from Mark Watts. It's only gone for 3. Bit of fortune picking up the wicket, but all of that momentum that was building up with the pace on the ball, it's been extinguished.
This is the opportunity for Sher Malla. He's got the one delivery to swing over long on or deep mid-wicket. I'm sure Watt will be aware of the fact that he hit a long ball as well. So mid-wicket, long on, coming your way.
And for me, this ball is almost a bit of a freebie. The last thing you want is a single. Trumpleman's got to face the 20th and final. Give him as much opportunity to drive it up towards that 150. So the free hit, he gets it all, and he's going to get a maximum. Great credit to Sher Malla, the first delivery. It's the best possible result. Trumpleman will have the strike, and at 6 off the first delivery he faces this season for Sher Malla. 139 for 8.
Proteas won the first test to remind everyone why they are the world test champions.
South Africa 1-0.
But India is ready to level the series and prove why it is the gun team. IDFC First Bank, India versus South Africa, second test.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Bimal Elaichi.
Hammered a long way. Big hit from Trumpleman, the wrong line from Nandan Yadav. And Trumpleman having a big impact in his first ever MPL season. Player of the match in game 1 for his bowling, and now shining with the bat.
Certainly the player of the innings so far for the Lions. Just a couple of steps down, swiveling on that back foot, and take a look at where it lands. Huge hit. Oh, he's put it down.
Don't think we've had a crowd catch yet. They keep dropping everything. More momentum, back-to-back sixes across the innings. The first one going to Sher Malla, who'll have his role to play with the ball in the second half. And now pressure on Yadav. Responds well, gets into the block hole. Trumpleman wants the second. Can Sher Malla go back? Throw goes to the keeper's end. Oh, I think we might just go upstairs here. Umpire Wimal Siri says not out.
Well, initially, Trumpleman thought he'd throw to the non-strikers, and then when he saw the throw coming to his end, he just put in a few big strides, and in the end, just there it is, just ambling across now. Oh, geez, those huge legs, that big frame, just 5 or 6 steps, and he was home.
Just stand and admire. He deals in maximums. More than a shade of Ivan Drago to Ruben Trumpleman at 6 more. His third maximum.
Perhaps the best of them all, because it was not that bad a delivery. Came a couple of steps down, picked up the length and went through the ball. He absolutely teed off on that. Much like your driver, 380-yard drive. Muscle man, Trumple man, what do you call him?
Oh, well, I'm going to nickname him Ivan Drago. Do you remember the Rocky films? Rocky 4, I think it was. There is more than a hint of that to the big man. I think he's going to be a real fan favourite this year for the Lumbini Lions. A great signing. He's back at full fitness. Spent much of the last few years in real trouble. 2 sixes in the over already. Can't make it a third, but he does take the single. Interesting call. Should he have kept the strike?
Absolutely. They've got the 150, the Lumbini Lions, in the 20th over. They could have got perhaps 160 or maybe even 164 or 66 if Trumpleman was on strike. But now Sher Malla out there, he's got the capacity to strike big as well. The one delivery that he's faced went over the ropes. He's got 2 opportunities now, 2 legal opportunities. Can he go big? Twice more.
Still wonder against the pacey Yadav, maybe single the best result, and can Trumpelman get one more over the ropes, then the one up with that massive 6. Not a bad result. I'll tell you something, don't rule out the 160 coming up here, and given where they were through this innings, given the fact there was 52 dots, the majority of those in the first half, they've done really well in the final 5 here, already accumulating 67.
Yeah, that 67 is the key, and Trumpelman was the architect of those last 5 overs. Rohit Paudel, he must be breathing a little better now. At one stage it looked 140, now they're looking at 160. If they can get to 160, they'll have a score on the board.
I think the Lions have a very strong bowling attack. They're not favourites at the halfway stage, but they're going to have a real chance. Can't get it. Despite the slight fumble, they're not going to run the second, despite having to look for it. Just a single. Trumpelman's going to finish with 29 not out. Big impact from the big man, striking it over 200. He'll have work to do with the ball in his hand. And the Lions, given how the majority of that innings went, they'll be pretty satisfied with their total of 156 for 8.
Well, absolutely. After a very poor first 6 overs, just 36, and they lost to 1 wicket. 52 between over 7 and 15, and then 68 between over 16 and 20. They didn't start very well. Sandeep Johra, 8 balls crashed around a Darcy shot before he threw it away. Rohit Paudel then dug in deep, got 49 or 43. Then there were a few failures there, and then that big man JJ Smith turning things on its head a little bit, and Ruben Trumpelman, or Muscleman as I'd like to call him, really muscled himself to that 29 or 14, taking them to that score of 156 for 8. Something to bowl at, but still under par in my opinion.
Well, the reason I think they've got such a strong chance is the momentum they've taken in the bowling attack that they have. Lots of little partnerships, nothing of any great quality. The highest of the innings between Powell and Darcy Short for the second wicket. For the bowlers, certainly plenty of them used, and still no Pow and Saraf this season, which is a big surprise. But every single one of the bowlers, apart from Will Basisto, picked up at least 1. And I thought the pick of them for me was Mark Watts, underused.